honestly forget. I don't want to assume gender identity. Now, this is a max percent run. What this means is that I'm going through all the levels, beating the final boss, and getting all the fireflies. And like I said in the Kickstarter demo, sadly, due to copyright reasons, we cannot hear the NB. And independently from any major speedrunning group. Though if this wants to be, if anybody wants to archive this on games to speedrun due to that. And it takes a disturbing enemies, and possibly the ones that are hardest to see, depending on the level's palette. I cannot stress enough how much I've been blindsided by those too. It's good to see, though, that you do have some invincibility frames. I'm not exactly sure when it's getting a Dreamcast when a Dreamcast port, and then subsequently its HD counterpart port over to the... Well, actually, I don't know if the Dreamcast port will be the same build of the game that'll be on the PC. I would... Matt could probably clarify that in the comments for us. But, yeah, I do hope that the backgrounds will be much more significantly detailed. Also, if I could mention, this is possibly the only zone in the game that makes proper... Actually, no. This is probably one of the only games I'm familiar with that makes proper use of purple. See, there's the NBC logo. That properly makes use of purple for the nighttime. Because one thing that I always despised video games for doing is that, like, especially once we got to 3D gaming, you go up, you take a look up into the sky. You take a look at the skybox. Design anyway. But still, at night the sky is not black, it's purple. One thing I also hope too is added to a revised build of the ROM is is an improvement on parallax scrolling, because as you can see, most of these backgrounds, they loop obviously, but the biggest issue that they have is that they don't have that much parallax to them. So, maybe we could see something like that later on down the road. I know that that's how Revision 1 of Sonic the Hedgehog definitely handled that very well. I'm actually quite surprised that the folks over in Japan decided to give us Revision 1. I don't think did we ever get Revision 1 over here? Because, let's see, so we got Revision 1, and then we had Revision 2, or was it Revision XB? That was the Sonic compilation, or Sonic Classics build that had Sonic 2 and Mean Bean Machine with it. Also, contrary to popular belief, you do not need that rock together. you know, I've rarely ever seen clouds move that fast. But still. Now, this is a section I actually had a lot of trouble on. I had to redo this, I want to say, maybe about 60 times. Getting that jump just right on that particular spring mushroom. Oblivious in that section and just go all out. Now, you see that thunder? Watch here. Dead. There is a pattern to this. Every 7 or 7.5 seconds, you have to make sure that you are hiding behind the tree. But make sure that you are not high up on the tree. Like if I jumped even too late there, that thunder could hit Nim even that high up, and that would have been an instant kill. And even on the tamed Deject that you're going to be seeing in a matter of seconds, hold on. Even if you're on the Deject and you're masked by the lightning will still murderlize Nim. I don't understand it either. Hi there. There you go. Oh my goodness. The many things that can go wrong in this run if you're not careful. Like right there, you barely have enough time to do that. Barely enough time. Fortunately, though, you at least have enough time. I don't know how I survived that one. Hide behind a tree. Ready, go. That, I think, is possibly the closest you could have been to the end of the tree. And make sure you head as far to the right as possible, or else you would have had to worry about the rain one more time. And there you go, more NBC logo. Can't get enough of that NBC! Wow, we're already 15.5 minutes into this run. You know, as a cinematic platformer, this is understandable. It's understandable for 2 zones to be 15 minutes long. max% run can be sub 60 if done right. But you know, I'm satisfied with what I have here. I'm satisfied with what I have. My 110 estimate was reached. By the way, you know, I don't know if anybody has done this in the Vaporwave sad posting group on Facebook yet. In fact, I don't even think anybody on there knows Tanglewood but me, and possibly a handful of other people. But you know, this right here, this entire level looks like it's pure Vaporwave during sun. You know, I can't seem to keep count. How many shades of red is our Nim and the Deject, not including the blood? Because I want to say it's possibly 4. Ah, another one. Was probably expecting from me, or basically anybody that plays this game, because you know, again, not everything that happens in this game is expected. Like right here, that's the last of the fireflies, and here's our little buddy. I call him Mini Nim, or hardest chapters of the game, because at any time Mini Nim can be eaten. At the same time, you could also get him in a lot of pickles. There have been a hand and I think heavily desaturated 1970s evening blue. I don't remember the name of that. But, I don't know. It's just something about that catalog that just comes back into my memory when I take a look at this. When I take a look. I want to say, no, I take it back. Yeah. I actually had a handful of instances where he wouldn't show up. I had at least 20 instances where that happened. So there's the red fuzzy, about to reactivate the machine. Drop. Boom, boom. 60 frames per second support, mind you. Oh, by the way, favorite section, minecart. Everybody loves a little minecart section. But still, the PlayStation 3 version of the game does have some glitches that the current PC build does not have. But when I say the PlayStation 3 version, I mean the Japanese PlayStation 3 version of the game. Because the Japanese PlayStation 3 version does have some glitches that aren't present in the US. Asia station or America station, but or maybe it was Europe. No, it probably was Asia station, and I went to Africa station or Europa. But either way, if you go into train, right? If you go into train as Conrad, and then select the specific station and hold right, make sure that you killed the Morphi before doing so. Yeah, this is probably Asia station. You have an extremely rare chance. It's not dead, the console will still boot, but it will always act as if it's overheating. And I've done everything. I've done the penny method, I have Arctic Silver 5 on the processor chips. Nothing helps! Nothing helped! Also, clever developers' foresight. That jump is intentionally made so that you're out of reach. But either way, I have a lot of stuff on that 111 gigabyte hard drive that I gotta move over. But and then I've got the launch model over right next to it actually. But what I'm very glad about though is that the way the PS3 exploit works, I think it's what, in version 3.0 or 3.5 or 4.0 now. You can install custom 160 gig variant, the slim, well, technically any slim post January of 2011, and even the super slim, to my knowledge. It's very easy to do. All you have to do is take your PlayStation 3 to a specific website. You'll be able to enable the exploit. Then you can install custom firmware that way. But I think it's a very specific version of Rebug, and it's best recommended to do this on builds before revision 482. If you're able to do it on builds past 482, I don't know about it. I installed my... That's a very precise jump. You're not supposed to be able to jump over that the jack, but I somehow find a way. Jump up there, jump up, make sure that Mini Nim hits the button and kills the jack, and okay, we're good. I actually had a handful of situations where I actually did miss that and had to and black. There's just something about Generation 8 of gaming that repels me. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just because of the fact that PCs have become the master race, and Kayla Lawson, who is Rory and Company's 12th in command, she mentioned that if you're also good, it actually delivers a good future variant of the Jack track. This actually kind of reminds me of the old DOS era tracks, specifically Super Solvers, Gizmos, and Gadgets. Ah, fun time, fun time. But yeah, as I was saying though, you know, I've had a console concept for many years that I've wanted to release back, back in 2001. Developed early concept model designs back in 09, but again, I still don't have the hardware for it. Maybe what I want to do just won't happen anytime soon. It's kind of like what the folks with Shaq Fu: A Legend Reborn did. I love what they did with Shaq Fu: A Legend Reborn. Easily one of the best things that they could have done with a genre shift. I mean, it really does feel like Final Fight. Too many moons for comfort, if not many suns. Actually, no, that has. If you decide to use an emulator to lock the palette, specifically gens, if you decide to lock the palette here, you can cause some really, really weird situations with not just the foreground, but I think with the palette of the background, even though Mini Nim will still look the same. Though I won't lie, it kind of does seem a bit interesting seeing Nim running at, gliding at. It's like there's some hidden courage that's built inside of me. This is, I mean, if this is indeed my official return to commentary, well, technically my official return to commentary was. About. The worst is not over. This level. Oh, chapter 7. This thing, it crawls. Out of nowhere, it crawls. Ugh. Again. Oh, my body would be ready. I'm not gonna show it off. The white power-up is a smart bomb. Everything on screen... and then sends out this vortex. Might be a black hole, not exactly sure what this is. But be careful, because like everything in this game, well, Nim and Mini Nim are a one-hit kill. And you'll also notice too, the more that you go through the fight, the faster that becomes. Eventually, though, you'll have to time your running correctly so that you can jump over it, because it becomes smart enough that you don't have to worry about. That you start to have to worry about it moving at a specific pace, and at a pace that you probably might not like. Either way, now we're on the second segment. And, alright, so jump through the water there. You want to be careful about going to the left, because if my memory serves correctly, if you go to the left, you will get captured, and you will have to restart this segment. I don't know, though, if you, because I didn't have this happen to me, but I'm assuming that if you mess up, you just continue from the beginning of the segment that you left off on, rather than having to do the whole boss fight again, Mega Man X7 style. Ugh. I don't like Rockman X7 for that reason. You know, I keep shifting between Mega Man and Rockman for the name, but still. One of Rockman X7's worst issues, if my memory serves correctly, is that if you lost a chance anywhere in the boss rush, you had to redo the entire boss rush. Or something around that nature. I don't like that concept. The concept of having to completely redo a boss rush from the beginning, if you mess up in a level where you're meant to have that happen. I don't know what could go wrong there. A lot of things could go wrong with that concept. Hey now, what's this? Oh my gosh, Mr. Nim is alive. Oh my man Nim, you're alive. Oh lordy, come on, let's get out of here. Uncle Ruckus, you really love Nim. Oh yes, that's right, Mr. Roya. I love Nim. Nim I want. Full time from 2010 to 16. I used to talk about the more sensitive subjects. But in this politically correct world that we live in now, I have to be a bit more strategic with what I say and do now, but it's not that much of a problem. I'm not as controversial as I lead myself on to be at times. Now, going back to this. Now this is the final part of the fight. This is where the vortex or black hole really starts to show how fast and strategic it can get. Now, if I didn't hit, if I